Right, let's just jump right in. Look at this number, 1300.9. I mean, right now it's just a number, right? Totally meaningless. But trust me, what it represents is absolutely wild.
Yeah, that number, that is the horsepower crammed into what looks like a totally normal 2008 BMW. Let that sink in. We're talking more power than a lot of supercars hiding inside a regular German sedan.
So the real question is, how in the world did one guy build this? How do you even start? This whole thing is a story about what happens when you take incredible German engineering and you smash it together with raw American muscle.
See, to really get this car, you've got to understand the guy who built it. This isn't just about throwing some cool parts together. No. It's about a very specific mindset, a philosophy, really, that was behind every single decision. The builder's name is J.D. Kuti, and his day job? Well, that's the secret sauce to this whole thing. He's an aircraft engine mechanic. Think about that for a second. That background brings a level of precision, an obsession with detail that is just on a completely different planet. You can basically sum up his entire approach in 3 words: a zero-error mindset. I mean, in his world, there is no good enough. It just doesn't exist. Every part, every bolt had to be absolutely perfect. And that's the philosophy he brought to every single inch of this car.
So how did he even land on a BMW? Well, Kuti's journey is pretty cool. He actually started out building Hondas. But he took a break, and his wife, well, she told him he was, and I quote, too old for Hondas. So that little piece of advice led him to the BMW E90 platform. It's got the style, it's got the potential, it was the perfect canvas for what he had in mind.
And oh man, what a canvas it turned out to be. Because this is where the project just completely takes off. We're about to get to the heart of this beast. The funny thing is, his first plan was actually super simple, just a basic engine swap. And anyone who's ever worked on a project knows this feeling, things have a way of snowballing. That simple swap quickly turned into a full, bare metal, ground-up overhaul. I mean, he stripped the entire car down, powder-coated the subframes, replaced every single nut, bolt, and bushing, the whole 9 yards. So what did he decide to put in it? He went for the legendary LS swap. Now, if you're not a huge car person, an LS swap is pretty much exactly what it sounds like. You take one of GM's famous LS V8 engines and you shove it into a car it was never meant for. It's a huge deal in the car world, and for some really good reasons.
So why is everyone so obsessed with these things? Well, for one, LS engines are known for being super reliable and having just insane power potential. But the real magic, the secret ingredient, is the aftermarket support. It's like Legos for car people. You can find literally anything you need to build the exact engine you're dreaming of.
And of course, Kuti didn't just drop in a stock motor. Oh no, he built a custom 6.0-liter twin-turbo LS. And the numbers are just nuts. We're talking 1,300.9 horsepower. And get this, over 1,500 foot-pounds of torque. That's just a ridiculous amount of twisting force.
But look, a car like this, it's about way more than just raw power. The outside of this car is a total masterclass in custom work. This is where you really see that zero-error mindset in action.
Just look at the front bumper. He didn't just go online and buy some aftermarket part. Nope. He took the stock bumper from his E90, literally cut it into pieces, and then seamlessly grafted in sections from a much rarer M1 bumper. He basically Frankensteined the two together to create something totally new, something that's one of a kind for this car.
And here's the little detail that just shows you how unwilling he was to compromise. He wanted custom, super lightweight doors, but he also insisted on having fully functional, factory power windows. In the custom car world, that's basically unheard of. It's so incredibly difficult to pull off. But for Kuti, it was non-negotiable. It had to be done.
And that obsessive attention to detail is just everywhere. You've got that incredible custom red paint. You've got the carbon fiber roof, mirrors, spoiler, the whole deal. And the wheels. The wheels are a story in themselves. He literally flew to Arizona to help design a one-off set that features, get this, the world's first carbon fiber wheel barrels, all just to save a little bit more weight.
Okay, so you've got over 1,300 horsepower. You've got this beautiful, lightweight body. The next big question is, how on earth do you control all that power? This is where you have to perfectly balance looks with actual performance.
I mean, a car this wild needs a suspension that can do two things at once, and do them perfectly.
It's got to be able to handle that insane power when you're driving, but it also has to give you that super aggressive slam to the ground look when you're parked. It's a classic problem for any car builder.
So what was Kuti's solution? He went with an air ride suspension. So instead of your typical metal springs, this system uses these special bags filled with air. You can adjust the pressure to raise or lower the car whenever you want. And that's the genius of it, right? When he's at a car show or just parked, he can drop the car all the way down for that perfect, aggressive, slammed look. But when it's time to actually drive home, he can just hit a button, raise it up to a normal height, and not have to worry about scraping that beautiful custom bumper on a speed bump. It's really the best of both worlds.
All right, we've talked about the insane power. We've talked about the incredible exterior. Let's open the door and check out the inside, because that same obsessive attention to detail continues right into the cockpit, where it's this perfect mix of race car and luxury.
So you open the door and bam, you're hit with carbon fiber on the dash, the door panels, it just screams race car. But then you look up and see the black suede headliner, which adds this really nice touch of luxury. And of course, for pure performance, the back seats are completely gone, replaced with a custom delete. And remember that zero-error mindset we talked about? Yep, every single bolt inside this car was also swapped out for high-end hardware. Every single one.
So when you step back and look at all of it, the crazy engine, the one-off design, the perfect interior, you start to realize that this whole project is about so much more than just building a really, really fast car.
At the end of the day, this build is just proof of what can happen when you combine insane passion, serious skill, and a vision that you refuse to compromise on. It's not even really about the finished car. It's about the journey, you know? The late nights, the figuring things out, and that incredible feeling of creating something that is truly 100% yours.
Really, that kind of leaves us with one final thought. It doesn't matter if your thing is cars, or music, or art, or whatever. Think about your own passions. Where can you push things a little further? Where can you add your own personal, uncompromising touch? Because inspiration can come from the craziest places, even from a BMW with the heart of an American muscle car.